right, so I want to talk about rejection, dealing with rejection. And why does it hurt? What to do with it? Why does it hurt? Well, because we're human and it sucks. It just sucks. It sucks to get rejected. It's like we put ourselves out there in a relationship, in a job, in whatever the context, and it's sort of it's hard not to feel that it is a kind of um, repudiation. Is that the word? I'll just reuse the word rejection. It's a rejection of who we are, of our value, of our worth, whatever. That's how I feel. Now you can go kind of high level about it and sort of psychologically sophisticated and be faux wise, F-A-U-X, faux wise. And and say that it's not personal, or just circumstances didn't work out, or different values. I mean, there's different ways to kind of paste something wise over the feelings, but the feelings are just kind of brutal. It just sucks. It's like a little death, and there's a feeling of shame, embarrassment, I don't know, pain, frustration, anger. You can also go the route of just being totally callous to reality, cut off, aloof from, distant from, detached rather than non-attached, detached, cold, where you're just so walled off, so protected that nothing can touch you, and nothing is ever I'm not gonna allow anything to have the chance to reject me. Right? That kind of approach. And that's a strategy. That's definitely a strategy, and an understandable strategy. But that's not what God wants. I think God is calling all of us just to be human. And part of it is just to feel pain and to suffer. It's like, it sucks. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get rejected. Personal or not personal, it's gonna happen. and you're gonna have kind of a mind fuck about it, They're wrong. They got it wrong. They're the fucked up ones. How could they do that? That was wrong of them. They got it wrong. They don't understand. That's one shade, is that kind of anger, feelings of, betrayal, or how could you do this to me? How could this happen? That's one shade. That's pretty natural. The other shade is fuck. I fucking suck. This confirms it. I'm an idiot. I fucking suck. How could I let this happen? I messed this whole thing up. And whatever 20 other permutations of the nervous system and the psychology reacting to this disruption in investment that we've invested a part of our energy, part of our, I guess you could say, identity. That gets a little bit played out, but there's some investment there, and then there's this rupture and it's gone, and that sucks. And the human thing is to allow all of that, to feel all of that. However, these tricky fucking nervous systems and psychology that we have, well defended, traumatized, walled off, energetically dense nervous systems and layers of our being, what tends to happen is we fixate there and can just spin and spin and spin in the what ifs and the blame, outward blame, inward blame, the counterfactuals, the what ifs. And when you're at that level, you're not meeting, you're at the kind of surface level. And the way to heal it, the way to transform it, the way to move through it happens at a deeper level. So you allow that because that's the opening. But you can ask when those thoughts come up, you can talk to them and say, what are you feeling? What is actually going on here? Yeah, they did all that. And see, and there may be truth in all of it. That's what's so fucked up is, yeah, they may have gotten it fucking wrong. They may really have gotten it wrong or misled you or betrayed you or whatever the situation is. It's like, okay, I've heard you now talking to your consciousness. I've heard this version of events. I've heard this frustration now 500 times, and I can't sleep, or, it's just dominating my awareness. So what is going on for you? And sometimes you have to be a little bit fierce with yourself. Like you're talking to a fucking goddamn child sometimes. Like what? So tell me, what does that mean to you? Why does that hurt? I hear the story. I don't deny, the story. But what are you feeling? Tell me about how you're feeling. How does that make you feel? Why does that hurt you? They did that. Okay, I hear that. Now, why does that hurt for you? What should they have done? What did you need? What do you need? Where is this hurting inside of you? And sometimes you have to just get firm with your own psychology and ask yourself, what the hell is going on emotionally for you? And that can help you to get into touch with the feeling, the energy, the emotion, the pain of shit. I feel alone. It's like, okay. Part of you is thinking like, why didn't you just fucking say that? You don't have to share this goddamn story so many times. Just say what you feel, man. This is a safe environment. can tell I'm frustrated with my own self here. It is frustrating. It's like, let's just get on with it, man. Let's hear the pain. Let's bring forward the pain. Done this 1,000 fucking times, man. You don't need to spin around and around. I can handle the pain. So you invite the pain forward. Okay, I feel lonely. It upsets me. I'm pissed off because I'm a good person. I know that I had good intentions, or I know I was trying to do my best. I just didn't see that, or whatever, you know? I feel like I'm gonna be alone forever. That sucks. It's like once you get to that level, that's where you start to transform. That's where you can feel some of the energy digest, dissipate, transmute, out of your system. That's where you can cry. That's where you can feel all of it. But if you're stuck at the fucking level of, he said, she said, oh, I should have done this. Oh, I'm such a fucking idiot. And you may be a fucking idiot. Like in this case, I think, in my own process, something I'm working with right now. Yeah, I fucked up. I wish I'd done things differently. But I didn't. That's not who I am. That's not how I am. I'm working to transform it. But, I didn't do what I now think I should have done. I just didn't do it. I wasn't able to do it. Somehow I just didn't do it. And yeah, it was wrong. Yeah, I was an idiot in that case. And that can be somewhat useful. I'm trying to use it in my case as a wake-up call to add fuel to the fire of why I need to transform, why I need to heal this, why it's important for me, why it's, make or break for me. These are not trivial things. If you want to live a functional life here on this planet and not just be swallowed up by your addictions and not just be swallowed up by your pain and confusion. And are you going to spend your whole life angry? Are you going to spend your whole life fearful? Are you going to spend your whole life addicted? Some people are. But I know that's not what I want. So you dig deeper. And part of that is getting a hold of your psychology and saying, enough with the bullshit, man. I'm here for you. Talk to me. You want to cry? Let it out. Let's go. Let's go. I'm here for you. Let's hear the pain. Let's hear the concern. We've tried the blame route. We've tried the rumination route. That ain't doing shit, man. That's draining your fucking energy. Let's go into the wound. See what this is about. Show me the pain. Show me the memories from ancient memories from childhood. Times you were afraid. Let's hear it. Let's go, baby. Let's hear it. That's where, yeah. And with rejection, yeah, that's a lot of what it is. I'm not good enough. I suck. I'm afraid. I'm not enough. It's somewhere in there. It's something like that. I'm never going to be enough. I'm ugly. I'm stupid. I'm not smart enough. I'm ... whatever, fill in the blank. Deficient. And then you can take that a step further. Okay, so you're ugly. Okay. Now what does that mean to you? Being ugly, what does that mean? Well, it means I am not worthy of love, means I'm going to be alone. And see, the more primary, the more primal it gets. Once you start getting to the I'm going to be alone, I'm going to be lonely, that's kind of the rich terrain. That's when you start to drop out of all the narrative and that whole psychological structure and you get into what's real. The pain of that. Feel that. Let that burn. Let that come forward. Loneliness. Shit. That sucks. God damn, that sucks. Being alone. It's very vulnerable. It's frightening. It's unprotected. It feels unsafe. It's scary. It's sad. And can you go to that place inside of you? That's the whole thing. All the complexity that we add on to the whole thing. No, just go to that scared child inside of you. Be tender. Hold them. Let them cry. Accompany your loneliness. You want somebody else to do it, and sometimes they do, and that's great. But can you be with your loneliness? Can you be there for yourself? Can you go there, not with an action plan, not with a therapeutic intervention? Just be there. Go there. Feel the loneliness. Be unafraid of that place inside of you. Can you meet the loneliness? Can you befriend, in a sense? Can you meet the loneliness? Can you merge with the loneliness? And in that merging, what's left? Is there something or someone to be lonely? What's left when the loneliness has been fully met? What's there? Like, I've just had some really not so great correspondences, some shit emails coming at me. People letting me down. You know, I reach out and I'm like, I need help. Or you put yourself out there and you're vulnerable, or you try to be nice, and people just fucking step all over that sometimes. Treat you like shit or don't respond in a helpful way. Are you just gonna spin in that? Are you gonna be mad your whole life? You're not gonna change people. But can you find what it's hitting inside of you? Can you feel, can you find the pain? Can you use those experiences, those whatever, relationship breakdown, email breakdown, job disappointment, whatever? Can you use that to go deeper? Find yourself, find where you are, find the pain, rather than trying to fight life all the time. And you can do that too, and that's part of it, but anyways. Talk to me. Tell me why you're in pain. Show me the pain. Talk to me. I'm here. I am here. Talk to me. Talk to me.